Hey guys, it's Brad Browning here with another marriage saving video. For those of you out there who don't know me, I'm a marriage expert and I'm based out of Vancouver, BC. And I'm also the author of the best-selling Mend the Marriage program, which is an online course designed to help save your marriage as quickly as possible. So I want to first thank you for watching the video. And if you do enjoy it and you want to receive updates, next time I release future videos like this one, please hit that subscribe button and make sure that the little bell icon beside it is also activated. That way you won't miss any of my new videos when I release them. Now today, I'm going to talk about Gary Chapman's 5 love languages and how understanding these love languages can help you save your marriage. Now, if you don't know anything about this New York Times bestseller, then listen closely because the information I'm about to divulge could actually save your marriage today. Now, Chapman basically says that in a relationship, there are 5 ways to express and experience love. And he also states that every person has their own proclivity as to which love language they prefer. So before we do go any further into this video, I'm going to quickly go over what the 5 love languages actually are. And then after that, I'm going to talk about how you can use that information to save your own marriage starting right now. Okay, so the first love language is the act of giving or receiving gifts. Now, oftentimes words don't do enough to express the kind of love that you want to show your spouse that you have for them. So sometimes instead, a heartfelt or meaningful gift could do the trick. So people who prefer this love language tend to expect to be given gifts on special occasions, and they often love giving gifts as well. The second love language is quality time, and this one I think is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, people who have a preference for this love language prefer spending time with his or her spouse and value that greatly. So, that could take the form of going on dates, going on hikes, adventures, or just even a good conversation with your spouse. Love language number 3 is actually my preferred love language, and that is words of affirmation. So people who prefer this mode of expressing and receiving love like to compliment their spouse whenever they get the chance. And I for one, I love the feeling of getting a compliment from my amazing wife. And in return, she expresses her love with this next love language, number 4, which is acts of service. So like I said, some spouses expect gifts and quality time. But others actually just expect, them to help their partner to help out with house chores, help with driving the kids to school, help making meals, things like that. Now, people who prefer this love language love doing these favors for their spouse, and they also expect the same in return. And last but not least, love language number 5 is physical touch. Now, physical touch can take the form of hugs, kisses, hand-holding, that kind of thing, but it can also mean the big one, sex. And people who prefer this love language tend to put an emphasis on physical intimacy above all else. So is that your love language, perhaps? Keep watching and you're going to find out a bit more. Now, Gary Chapman, who's come up with these 5 languages, suggests that understanding your spouse's preferred love language is actually critical to building a long-lasting and happy relationship. Chapman has realized that basically in most relationships, people express love in the way that they preferred to be loved. So that is basically if someone enjoyed giving or receiving gifts, for example, they would also think that their spouse enjoyed receiving gifts just as much. Now, of course, there is a chance that might be the case for you and your marriage, but problems often arise when one spouse speaks a completely different love language than the other. So, for example, maybe you like giving and receiving gifts, but your spouse actually would rather just spend quality time with you. And that divergence in expression can lead to arguments and rifts in the marriage. Now, when that kind of thing happens, you're often going to hear one spouse say things like, you don't show me any affection, or why do I always have to do the dishes? Or even, something like, why don't you love me the way Tommy loves Susie? So in order to ameliorate this issue, you really need to fully understand, first and foremost, what your preferred love language is. And of course, then you need to figure out what your spouse's preferred love language is as well. Some of you may instinctively know what kind of love language you prefer based on experience. But sometimes it can also be really helpful to take Chapman's quiz to figure that out for yourself. And of course, you should encourage your spouse to do the same. You can click the description link below to take that quiz right now. It's a super short one and it only takes a couple minutes to complete. Definitely recommend taking that after the video's over. Just click that link in the description. And once you complete Chapman's quiz, you're going to be given a score determining your preferred language of love, basically. And from here, you and your spouse can communicate to each other, what he or she prefers, what you prefer, and you can act accordingly in the future. For those of you who already know what your preferred love language is, please do me a favor and vote for your favorite love language by clicking here, just up here, the little icon. If you're on the YouTube app on your phone or if you're sitting on a laptop, you should see a little exclamation mark in the top right, just right here. Just click that and vote for your preferred love language. Now, although Chapman's 5 love languages might sound kind of like pseudoscience, one study from 2006 actually stated that this concept probably has a degree of psychometric validity to it. Regardless of the studies, though, thousands of people have attributed the success of their marriage and the healing of their marriage to this very concept. So not only that, I've actually read Chapman's book and I've applied his tactics, or some of them anyway, into my best-selling Mend the Marriage program, which of course you can grab a copy right now of risk-free at marriageguide.com/buy. And I do also recommend Chapman's book, 5 Love Languages. It's also a great read. Now, this is not the only way that I can help you apply these 5 languages of love. You can also hire me as your impersonal marriage coach as well. Some marriage counselors out there, are charging hundreds of dollars an hour. And not only that, you have to get your partner to agree to attend the counseling as well. With my coaching program, it works a little differently. You just go to marriageguide.com/coaching and you can learn all the details. But also on that page, you'll be able to sign up for my confidential email coaching program, assuming I have spots available right now. And once you do sign up, you just basically send me an email outlining your situation, the details, and I guarantee you a response within 72 hours or less. So that basically just means you'll be able to email me whenever you want for as long as you're subscribed to the coaching program. And best of all, you don't need your spouse's help or approval. They don't even need to know you've signed up. So you can start saving your marriage right now, even if your partner won't talk to you. Just, again, head over to my coaching page and learn more about it at marriageguide.com/coaching. All right, and that is it for now, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you can use Chapman's 5 love languages to start saving your marriage beginning today. See you next time.